SVS is one of the best customer service organizations in the consumer electronics industry. They've been making subwoofers for decades and speakers for about 12 years. This new series, Ultra Evolution, takes dead aim at an idea that some people had about SVS previous flagship series. So SVS previous flagship series, the Ultra series, were regarded as, first, great values for money, and second, very dynamic sounding, which is perfect for movies. Does SVS Ultra Evolution reset the bar and have SVS achieve what they claim on their website, which is reference quality sound for both two-channel audiophiles and home theater fans? Does the Ultra Evolution series go even a little further and add a classier design aesthetic to what they're trying to achieve acoustically? I'm Joe with Gramophone. Let's take a look and see if SVS has achieved their three goals. What is Ultra Evolution Bookshelf? Well, it's a two-way bookshelf speaker. It's about 15 inches high by about 8.5 inches wide by just about 11.5 inches deep. So it's not super big as bookshelf speakers go, but it's also not super compact either. It weighs about 19 pounds, so it's actually pretty beastly as bookshelves go. You'll want to make sure that you put this on a rugged or sturdy stand in order to get the best sound quality, the best imaging. So Ultra Evolution Bookshelf is priced at $11.99 per pair. That's either in gloss black or this beautiful gloss white that you see here. You can also get them in what they call black oak, which doesn't have a gloss finish. And if you're setting up a home theater, that might be a good option so you don't get any glare from the TV off of the speakers. Now, if you need to go more compact than that, they make a product called Ultra Evolution Nano, which instead of a 6.5 inch driver, there's a 5.25 inch driver, and it is obviously a little more compact. So driver complement is a 1-inch tweeter and a 6.5 inch woofer. You also have a 2-inch bass port here at the back of the speaker, reinforcing the output of the woofer. That both reinforces the bass and increases the efficiency. Now this is an 87 dB efficient speaker, 6 ohm impedance. So it's not super efficient, but it's reasonably efficient, and you're not going to need a monster amplifier to get good results from it. We've been using a Denon PMA 1600, which has 70 watts per channel into an 8 ohm load here in the store, and we've been getting really good results and some impressively loud levels. SVS has succeeded in designing a speaker that has excellent fit and finish. I think the best they've done yet. These tapered edges are really beautifully done. This white gloss looks incredible in person, just really terrific. SVS did two more things that we like to see. One is they've used these beefy 5-way gold-plated binding posts. That's pretty cool because it means you can use spade lugs, bananas, bare wire, whatever is your preferred speaker wire connection. Another thing that's really nice, they've used magnets on the grill. To us, that's the easiest way of being able to put a grill on or off. No muss, no fuss, easy. How does this sound? Well, we did direct listening comparisons here at the store against an older set of SVS, a competitively priced bookshelf speaker, and a pair of tower speakers that were almost twice as expensive as these. I'm happy to tell you these are the most musical speakers that SVS has done yet. One of the salespeople told me, there's so much detail in the upper mid-range, it's almost like they opened a window straight into the musicians. Let's give a few specific examples. On the Steely Dan song, Home at Last from Asia, the horn section, you can literally hear all the players as though they're playing exactly in sync with each other, yet you hear each of those instruments as distinctly different from each other, which is exactly what you want. On the Dua Lipa song, Don't Start Now, you can distinctly hear hand claps on the left and hand claps on the right, which actually sound different from the hand claps in the middle. And those ones mixed in the middle have like a heavier sound. And you hear that clearly and distinctly on Ultra Evolution Bookshelf. On the Dire Straits song, Sultans of Swing from their first record, there are a lot of open chords on the guitars, so the guitars are ringing and kind of shimmering. And that can swallow up Pick Withers' cymbal work. But on these, you can clearly hear what he's doing with the hi-hat and so forth, as distinct from those open chords of the guitars. There's a lot of detail in the upper mid-range, especially of this speaker. If you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe. That helps us out a lot. And click that little bell icon so you're notified of the cool upcoming stuff that we're working on. How did SVS do it? Well, with a lot of hard work from their engineering team. As their website says, Ultra Evolution is really achieved with breakthroughs in 3 different areas. One is cabinet design, a second is driver technology, and the third are the component materials that they used. So the first of 3 things that the engineers did in specific, you notice this curved part of the front baffle. This is what they call an acoustically designed, time-aligned front baffle construction. So think about the tweeter, where the output is coming directly from the dome, but with the woofer, the acoustic center of what's being made by the woofer is actually considerably deeper into the driver, right? So let's turn this just a little bit. By curving the front baffle, SVS was able to acoustically line up the center point of where the tweeter's output is and where the driver's output is coming from. Because we want the tweeter and the woofer to always blend in terms of frequency response, and this tweeter and woofer are well matched, but we also, in the time domain, want that information from tweeter and woofer to arrive at your ear at the same time. In other words, we want this to be not just a frequency response coherent, but a phase coherent output. And they were able to achieve that literally by just moving the woofer up a little bit, so that now physically the tweeter and the woofer are aligned better, and you can really hear it when you sit and listen to these. The imaging is wonderful, and I urge you to drop by and take a listen, because you'll hear it right away how they did a great job with getting both frequency response and phase coherence, so you get a terrific image. So a second thing that SVS engineers did, this driver is all new. This is a glass fiber composite material, so it's lighter and it's stiffer than what they used in the previous series. And that plays a big role in this driver being able to actually go a little deeper in the bass. It contributes to the surprisingly strong fundamental that you get out of this. Now also on this new driver, back here where you can't see it, the basket or frame for the driver is a precision cast aluminum alloy. Again, it's very rugged yet relatively lightweight. It holds the driver steady while it's going ahead and making those strong bass notes. You'll be surprised at the bass you get out of this speaker. Now in our listening tests, we listened to a jazz saxophone player called Boney James and his band, and we were comparing them against those $2,000 towers we talked about. We went back and forth, back and forth. The bass out of those big towers was in fact even a little bit deeper, a little bit fuller than the bass that you got here. But we're talking about a tower speaker that was close to 3 times the size of this guy. I think you're going to be really impressed, because while this isn't going to give you that floor-shaking bass that a $10,000 pair of towers with 12-inch woofers would give you, it's surprisingly good bottom end from a bookshelf speaker. Third, SVS engineers are now using the finest tweeter they've ever built. This is an aluminum dome tweeter which has a fine layer of diamond carbon coating over it. Now they achieve that in a vaporization process where those vapors accumulate on the surface of the aluminum dome. It increases the amount of output that you can get from the tweeter without running into distortion. That's good. But maybe even better, this tweeter can go lower in frequency without running into distortion issues, which means it gets a better blend with the 6.5-inch mid-range driver. And that's a big part of where this detailed mid-range we keep talking about, you've got a really good blend between these two, and you hear details that you just didn't hear in the previous series. Really nice and open and clear. To sum up, with Ultra Evolution Bookshelf, SVS succeeded in achieving their goals. These speakers have a great, big, expansive image. They've got surprisingly good bottom end from a bookshelf speaker. The clarity is there, either on 2-channel music or when listening to movies. Bravo, SVS. To learn more about SVS and all of our fine brands, visit Gramophone.com. And to pick up your set of Ultra Evolution Bookshelf, visit Sky by Gramophone, where you'll always get a secure checkout with fast and free shipping straight to your door. We'd love to see you and demo a pair of these for you if possible. So please visit us if you can in either Timonium, Columbia, or Gaithersburg, Maryland. If you come to the Timonium store, where we're shooting this video today, we'd love to show you the Experience Center as well, where you will see amazing products in an amazing setting. Thank you for watching this video. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you soon.